Hey class, I'm going to now read A Long Walk to Water. This novel is again written by Linda Sue Park. It is in this country. This is a map of the first page of Sudan in Africa. And there's another country, Ethiopia. There's Northern Sudan. There's Southern Sudan. So this is like the whole country. And there is Uganda as another country, Kenya. So this is kind of just a zoomed in picture of the country. And as you see, it has lots of different types of routes and plains. Sorry, not routes and plains, but more or less terrain and grasslands and rivers and swampland and mountains. So it has a variety of type of land. Okay. This is based on a true story. This map was created based upon the year of 1985. Chapter 1, Southern Sudan, 2008. Going was easy. Going. The big plastic container held only air. Tall for her 11 years, Naya could switch the handle from one hand to the other, swing the counter by her side, or cradle it in both arms. She could drag it behind her, bumping it against the ground and raising a tiny cloud of dust with each step. There was a little weight going. There was only heat, the sun already baking the air, even though it was long before noon. It would take her half the morning if she didn't stop on the way. Heat, time, and thorns. Southern Sudan, 1985. Salva sat cross-legged on the bench. He kept his head turned toward the front, hands folded back perfectly straight. Everything about him was paying attention to the teacher. Everything except his eyes and his mind. His eyes kept flicking toward the window, through which he could see the road home. Just a little while longer, a few more minutes, and he would be walking on that road. The teacher droned on with the lesson. I'm going to stop. Droned is forever. It's the teacher's going on and on with the lesson about the Arabic language. Salva spoke the language of his Dinka tribe at home, but in school he learned Arabic, the official language of the Sudanese government, far away to the north. 11 years old on his last birthday, Salva was a good student. He already knew the lesson, which was why he was letting his mind wander down the road ahead of his body. Salva was well aware of how lucky he was to be able to go to school. He could not attend the entire year because during the dry season his family moved away from their village. But during the rainy season he could walk to school, which was only half an hour from his home. Salva's father was a successful man. He owned many head of cattle and worked as the village's judge, an honored, respected position. Salva had 3 brothers and 2 sisters. As each boy reached the age of about 10 years, he was sent off to school. Salva's older brother, Arik and Ring, had gone to school before him. Last year, it had been Salva's turn. His 2 sisters, Akit and Agneth, did not go to school. Like the other girls in the village, they stayed home and learned from their mother how to keep a house. Most of the time, Salva was glad to be able to go back to school, but some days he wished he were still back home herding cattle. He and his brothers, along with sons of his father's other wives, would walk with the herds to the water holes, where there was good grazing. Their responsibilities depended on how old they were. Salva's younger brother, Kuel, was taking care of just 1 cow like his brothers before him. He would be in charge of more cows every year. Before Salva had begun going to school, he had helped look after the entire herd and his younger brothers as well. The boys had to keep their eyes on the cows, but the cows did not really need much care. They left plenty of time to play. Salva and the other boys made cows out of clay. The more cows you made, the richer you were. But they had to be fine, healthy animals. It took time to make a lump of clay look like a good cow. The boys would challenge each other to see who could make the most and best cows. I'm going to stop, and I want you to open the second one.